and the guidance given by the Honorable Prime Minister of Atmanirbharta, it was decided that in BIRAC and DBT should invest on vanguard technology where India may not have much experience, but this high-risk investment was considered absolutely strategic and necessary. And the result is that today, as Dr. Jitendra said, we have 6 new vaccine R&D platforms available. In fact, India was a kind of a contract vaccine manufacturer so far, but now probably India is probably only country which has all the 6 platforms to manufacture vaccines in this country, and mRNA is one of these. In fact, all of us know that Pfizer and Moderna were 2 vaccines, mRNA vaccines, which came in 21. There are several other industries and groups which have been trying, but nobody else has succeeded. India is there, that we have our own mRNA vaccine. It was intramuscular vaccine to begin with, and now we have the world's first intradermal mRNA vaccine, which has 2 kind of uniqueness. One is it is self-replicating. No other mRNA vaccine is self-replicating. The second is this vaccine has been manufactured for India and other global south countries. It is stored at 2 to 8 degrees, and that is the other highlight. That right, I remember in April 2020, or it was May 2020, when the proposal was given to us, the first question was that the vaccine should be for our countries, not like Moderna and Pfizer, which requires ultra cold chain requirements. The other important point is that we have seen the evolution of COVID pandemic in our country, and Omicron particularly showed. In fact, I am associated with INSACOG Genomic Surveillance Network also. During last 15 months, over 350 subvariants of Omicrons have come up, and today XBB variant is the dominant variant. It means we have to be ready that in case a naughty virus comes, we should be able to handle that. And Genova has come up with
DBT, BIRAC and press media. Thank you very much for coming here today. I think it's indeed our great pleasure to really congratulate Genova as part of the success story that government has so proud of actually of this company's success actually. So maybe we should of course give a very we must acknowledge the great role played by our Honorable Minister actually, who's been constant guidance and freedom to do activities and carry out work, and I think we should also really thank him for his all. I think what I will do today is just to give you a perspective of how government in fact is a partner in innovation actually. While the funding is a very simple task, it's the other successes that are very critical to build around that creates these technologies and accepts various aspects, and therefore I put together a title like India's Unstoppable Vaccine Successes actually. And I think the whole idea really is that we have now become a country where innovation is probably likely to be the key blockbuster for the future generation to come by. And I think that's why we can I get the slide change? Remote. Okay. So this is where the first and foremost as a government of India actually the mandate is. It's the safety, efficacy and cost effectiveness are the paramount to vaccine development actually, and that's one of the biggest that we all need to think about and contribute. That vaccine is given to a good, healthy person, so therefore the safety is of paramount importance actually. And then the second aspect is cost effectiveness, because if you want to bring it in the country, it has to be available for all, and it has to be utilized for all. So as you see, several countries, in fact, LMICs are still struggling to have various vaccination programs going around because the technologies are of tremendous, not really same value that we come from. So I think this is where I think India is doing fantastically well, and it supports industries, and a public-private partnership has truly become a model of future success. And as you can see, India has completed more than 200 crore vaccinations actually. And we're not only proud of RNA vaccine, which does not require cool stable, but we are also proud of first DNA vaccine that has come out of India actually from part of this program, and also nasal vaccine, which is also unique of its kind actually. So therefore, this is a very, very important occasion to celebrate for India's success that our Honorable Prime Minister and Honorable Minister in fact dreams about.
So obviously video can be switched on. So Sir is releasing it. Can the video be switched on?
Play the video. Play the video, please.
Play the video.
No, play the video.
Okay. No, sir, there is a video. Yes, you can sit and watch it. Yes, sir. Okay.
Dr. Arora, Sareem, Krishna, all of them well-known names in medical circles. Of course, veteran Mr. Mehta, Dr. Sanjay Singh, whose presentation you were watching just now. Our colleagues in the Department of Biotechnology, Dr. Alka Sharma, Dr. Mukherjee, and the entire team. At the outset, it gives me a personal delight to be meeting many of the old friends. I think I visited your premises over 20 years back.
Yes, sir.
And there was a block coming up at that time. So some kind of construction going on. And I was told that I must come back here to see when it is complete. But I didn't go back. I now would look forward to that. So I'm glad that we have always shared some kind of equation, and now that makes the task easier for us to collaborate. So at the outset, I have to compliment the Department of Biotechnology, Genova, the Niti Aayog for having contributed to making this happen. And this celebration this afternoon is also a joint celebration. So sometimes we collaborate together, but we don't celebrate together. So it took us some time to learn not to work in silos. Because earlier on we were working also silos. When we came out of silos and started working together, realizing that silos could not move us beyond certain point, then we did work, but after having completed, we didn't celebrate. And the grudge was that he's taken the ownership, I'm glad that all of us now today jointly celebrate and each one of us has recognized each other's role in making this happen. Biotechnology having conducted the trials, and also having contributed to BIREC, and of course, having played a very sterling role, and Niti Aayog being our knowledge partner. So each one's role is being acknowledged. And I think my first thought was that this also ushers India into a new era, and that is of preventive healthcare. And I think the entire credit goes to Prime Minister Modi. Also because we were inherently not made like that. We never had a temperament or a psyche or a mindset which would be amenable to preventive healthcare. Because we, Indian society as a whole, did not even, an average Indian would not go in even for a treatment if he was afflicted by a disease. They would wait for a few days, and then something goes the other way, then they would take it as God's decree. So I think that's also partly because our socio-economic background was like that. So we could not actually enjoy the luxury of catering to preventive aspects. But Prime Minister Modi has awakened the nation. And I was telling that the other day, some of the colleagues from abroad, I said, have you ever imagined that a country which had no aptitude for preventive healthcare is now taken up a leading role in preventive healthcare across the world? So, this vaccine, so it is the first of its kind, is again an evidence of that, because all of us, as part of the scientific fraternity, have learned not to speak without evidence. So I think this is one glaring instance of that India has taken up a leading. So it's a huge turnaround that has happened in the last few years, and I think COVID was a great learning experience. The post-COVID India has emerged stronger in more ways than one, and it's also acquainted us to a number of inherent features which we were not aware of. helped us rediscover many of our own characteristics. For example, I was talking that the other day at the games during COVID. I said, sometimes I feel guilty having been a teacher of medicine for almost more than a quarter of a century. In the last decade or so, we hardly gave any importance to the communicable disease. We were talking more of the disease which belong to Dr. Sing's domain or of my own area of endocrinology, diabetes, because we thought we were now into those kind of metabolic disorders, and we have got over those times, the early decades when Dr. Paul would recall when tuberculosis and cholera were the main mortality factors in India. So we did actually train our residents to an extent that we were training them in the 50s, 60s. But then the best part is that overnight they got geared up. COVID stuck, and we could see our young residents. I think maximum contribution in the control of COVID has been done by the youngsters. They were just out of their junior residency, senior residency, never actually also like earlier times, because when I was an intern, we used to have a posting in the sanatorium. I mean, if I tell now, it will be laughable. I was sent to Tamram Sanatorium, one of the world's biggest sanatorium, close to the Chennai airport.
Yeah.
Because those days the emphasis was like that. So now that, so what I'm trying to say, coming back to what I was saying, is it made us realize